Alright guys, today we're going to talk about this Benchmade 710. This is a KnifeWorks, or was a KnifeWorks exclusive. I don't recall how much it cost. It's kind of irrelevant. It's only available on the secondary market. But it does give us another M390 Benchmade data point to compare from. I have had one of these before, not the M390 version. I did have the D2 version with the much more squared off scales, and this is definitely a big improvement. So before I forget to, this was sent to me for testing by, I'm not quite sure exactly how you say his name, so if I butcher your last name, Andrew, I'm sorry. By Andrew Devan. And he sent this along with a Kershaw Knockout in M390, but today we're just going to talk about this one. Thank you, Andrew, for sending this along so that I could do edge retention testing and get the HRC data point to go along with it. So let's go ahead and watch the cutting so we can come back and talk about how this did. Alright guys, now that we saw the cutting, yeah, this one's nice and broken in. Now that we saw the cutting, let's go ahead and talk about how it did. On the first test, which I did, I ran this and the Benchmade Barrage on the same day for the first test and the validation test. So on the first test for the 710, I got 123 feet fine edge. and working edge was 164 feet. Yes, after the first test, the Barrage and the 710 couldn't be any further apart. I mean, totally different results out of both of them. So I went ahead and went home, sharpened them both. Next day, I went ahead and ran the validation test. And on the validation test for this 710, I got 121 feet fine edge and 161 feet working edge. So it definitely was not, I mean, it backed itself up. Like I said in other videos, I will begin to record all the results and actually keep them when I do extra tests. I did run this one an extra time just to be sure, and absolutely nothing changed. The best test was still the first one at 123 feet fine and 164 feet working edge. So I wanted to know what was up with this, and I sent it to Kurt. And as you can see, wipe that stuff off. Right up there by the M390, the 3 is one of them, and right here is another one. And this tested at 58.1 HRC and 58 HRC even. So that explains exactly why it cut what it did. Definitely way too soft for M390. Can see the direct difference. Benchmade, pretty similar behind the edge geometry between this and that Barrage. Same company, same steel. Obviously done, you know, different times. One came out well before this one did, but you can directly see the difference between 58.1 HRC and 60.7 HRC that the Barrage was. That difference, that little over 2.5 point HRC difference, allowed the Barrage to outcut this. The fine edge of the Barrage outcut the working edge of this 710. And I kind of wish it did better, because I've always liked this knife, and I had considered picking another one up. I may still, I don't know. Was definitely hoping for more, didn't get it. And even though it's not optimal, it's not what we want to see, it is a solid data point to show what 58 HRC M390 cuts like. And to back this up even further, I have some more low HRC M390 coming. A couple of them are actually mine, and they'll just further back up this number and show that soft just doesn't get it. So that's all I have for this. I really don't have anything else to say about it. Don't know what Benchmade did different between the Barrage and the 710 runs to get such a difference. I mean, I have plenty of ideas of how it could happen. You know, I don't know how big a batch is the blades they heat treat at once. I know that Benchmade does dry grind. I don't know if that has anything, you know, in this particular case, had anything to do with it. Other than that, though, that's all I have. As always, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.